Hello, gang. Welcome back to Riverbend Springs. Woohoo! I'm loving this. The farm is now ours. No more tutorial purgatory, which is fantastic. We still have our guiding spirit teleporting grandfather, who I think's a ghost. I think he's a ghost. He's still here. What am I doing? I've made a decision. We're probably not going to be buying a new tractor anytime soon, although you watch a good one come into sales when we sleep. I'll be so mad. I'm going to do an engine upgrade on this one. It took me ages to find this workshop. If you're wondering, the workshop is just opposite the sales yard over here. Can you believe it? I was looking around forever for it. Okay, we're going to do a repair on the tractor, 733 bucks. That seems about right. When you think about the cost of servicing such a beast, that probably seems about right, you know. Hydraulics, flushing out the fluid lines, doing all of the bearings, drivetrains, re-greasing everything, checking for leaks, doing all your linkages. You know, it would add up, and that service actually seems pretty on point. Actually, well, we're here in Australia for those prices. We're doing an engine upgrade, right? Which is going to get us to 225 horsepower. We're currently at 160. $24,000 it's going to cost us. I'm also going to put on these Redstein tires as well, and I'll show you why. Because we can actually fit this. Oh, twin narrow tires. I don't think we want that, but we can actually put narrow tires on this with this brand, and I actually like it better than just the standard brand. So I'm going to go with those. We're not going to put the narrows on now. We don't need them now. We don't even have any harvesting, so just go as standard for the moment. The wheel weight I'm going to leave, and it's going to cost us $24,000 to do that engine upgrade. All right, so we're going to do that. And then you're asking yourself, why are you doing that? Yes, pay for it. Quite simply, because we're going to be using that plow today. Well, more to the point, Gary's going to be using the plow. I hate plowing. It's one of my least favorite jobs. I should do more of it. It'll just be a slow burner if I do it. If I get Gary to do it, he can just get it done. Bob's your uncle, that sort of stuff. Now, why? Because let's go through a couple of things here just while I hook up the trailer. We have to get this into driving mode, which I believe is not B, because B is rotate the plow. That's right. I think it's X. You got to exit Ham to get it into driving mode. Yeah? Yeah. This one. All right. We'll have a look at the prices of things. I want to show you some things I didn't get a chance to because of the end of the episode last time out, to doing with canola, the months, because we have seasonal growth on. What else can I tell you? We might be switching over to a rice field, so showing you guys how to put in the rice fields is going to be quite good. Whether or not we do that today, well, we can, because we might switch from canola to rice. The good thing about rice is it's top dollar the same day you harvest it. We can make rice oil though, so it makes sense. Double yellow lines here. It makes sense to keep our oil press going, because we did pay for the oil press. But by the time we get oil out of it, I think December is the best price for canola oil and canola grain if you're selling it. And we're now in August, so by the time we get to December, our best prices for the oil selling should be then, over that sort of colder winter period. Okay, let's get, we'll go down here actually, because our farmland is just here. Now, I'm going to pull onto here. I'm going to see how the AI handles this. It's quite a tight little section. We're going to actually plant grass in this field. Okay? This is going to be our grass field, purely because, why? Well, why not? Because we need to start feeding the cattle. Now, TMR, which is total mixed ration, provides 100% productivity to the cattle. Hay produces 80% productivity, and if you're just feeding grass, well, that's only 40% productivity. Now, that generally has to do with milk. Whether or not that has to do with breeding, because I have never really bred the cattle just for, you know, beef selling in this game. So we've only got a meadow here at the moment, so we may as well try and just get them hay at least. So this is going to become our grass field. I don't know what we're going to do with the large field at the moment. I don't know if that's going to be our rice field. It makes sense if it does. Eventually, I want to combine probably these three fields and merge them all together. So for the moment, I'll just show you this, by the way. If we have a look on soil competition, needs plowing, bang, we need to plow all 3 of our fields. So Gary's got his work cut out for him today. Let me tell you. Now they want to do 4 headlands. Okay, yeah, sure. Do the headlands first, please. And go okay, and let's go H and see how Gary handles this. Now with the new, the way that the game works now with the terrain deformation or the dynamic terrain, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, the ploughing now actually has ruts that jut out, and therefore it, oh, what's going on here? Have we broken Gary? Oh, are we back to good old Gary days? Right, well, we're off and running anyway. You can see this big rut that we're leaving in the ground here. Oh, actually, Ham, you're going crooked, buddy. You can see the big rut that gets dragged in the ground, and that's kind of the rut you would follow the next time. But I think it's pretty cool. Right, now can I get Gary going? Oh, no, Gary, just, where are you going? Oh, maybe I was ploughing the wrong way, was I? No? Anyway, while Gary gets that sorted, you can see this big rut now that it sort of carves out in the ground. And you can actually lock your wheel in that, and you can follow that so you can get going pretty well. Although I probably should have used the new dynamic lines. Let's see if Gary starts doing anything here. No, he's just going to drive along his... Oh, he's backing it up. He might actually head off here and do this now. Oh, you beauty. All right, so Gary's... we fixed Gary. He's working. But you can see this rut just here. Now, normally I would have probably used that rut to follow my tyre line, but maybe I'm wrong in which way you're supposed to use the plough. I would have thought it pushed it to the outside. I don't know. Either way, I don't know. All right, what are we going to do in the meantime? Well, actually... we're going to be placing down the sawmill. We're going to start getting some timber cut. We've got a lot of timber on our farm. Just while this happens, we also need to buy a lime spreader. The lime spreader is going to be really expensive. You can see our field definitely will need lime after it's plowed. And then we're not going to be rolling it because we can't. We're just not going to worry about water rolling at the moment. But getting these done are the priorities. Now, there's only one limer in the game at the moment with vanilla, which actually kind of sucks because it can be quite expensive. And I do believe there's already some mods, but we're not going to be doing it. It's under fertilizer spreaders, and it's only this one here is the only one that can do lime. Now, I don't think we'll get too much of the... We will buy probably the extension. This thing is already $45,000 base price, $500 for... 2,500. Oh, that's for that. Cam, you're doing that. Maybe go with a cover on that as well. We'll just go with that much. Spreading this 8,000. So we're up to 54,000 for this bit of kit, but we are going to need it. We can use it for fert and for lime. So already you can just see our money starting to plummet when it comes to machinery that we need. Now you watch this come up in the sales again too. So I'm going to buy it anyway. It is going to be a handy bit of kit that we're going to use on the farm throughout. So that's that done. What else? I probably will need some lime to go with it, and consumables, please. We'll probably need some fertilizer also. So I'll get 2 bags of fertilizer to start with. Okay, and I'll get 2 bags of... I'll get maybe... 6 bags of lime, and that should last us a fair bit, I think. Our fields aren't enormous. We might be able to do some contracts, though, to make up for the prices that we just did with that. So that's not a bad idea either. Right, now, am I in the way? I'm probably in the way for Gary to do his job here, so... Is he actually... We'll just double check him, and then I can happily move on. Okay, he's doing stuff. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing it. You're doing it, Gary. You're doing it. All right, we're also going to get in the John Deere. We're going to be in this thing. Construction-wise, now, don't do that. there are these new constructibles, right? So we can actually get this farmhouse. It costs us $1,000 to put it down or thereabouts if it levels the ground, and then you have to supply it with all the products. We're not going to be doing any of this anytime soon because we don't have concrete production available or any of that. Factories. I want, please, potentially. No, we've only got. It looks like we probably will have to take some loans at some point in the future, but I said we were going to put down this, and we're going to be putting it down today. This is our sawmill to make boards, planks, and wood. I might actually go on ahead and put it down over here. Could we actually own all this land down around here? Actually, I'll show you shortly, but we actually own all these trees along this section here. I'm not going to be cutting down every single tree, but I think we will make our timber production out here. We could even extend our yard actually, but I'm not going to. We're going to put the timber production over here. If I have you that way, I think that will be better. I'm just trying to figure the best place where it's not gonna. Can I just maybe just sell that little thing? Hey, sell that shed. Okay, what's that? Ham. What is this thing? What? I don't know what that is. Let's drive out there and check what that is. I don't actually know what that is. Granddad's like, no, not my good old shed. Sorry, Grandad, out with the old, in with the new. First time I've driven this little tractor. We can cut across the field, by the way. I don't know what this thing is, but it's in my way. It's not a water pump, is it? Did I just sell the watershed? Surely that's not like some kind of water pump or something, is it? No, it's not a... Oh. Oh, it's a collectible. The Grain Elevator Museum misses some parts of its interior. Can you find all of them? You found a part of the Grain Elevator Museum. Just 24 left. Oh, okay. No wonder why I couldn't sell the thing. Granddad's had that hiding in his shed all along. Oh, wow. Okay, fair enough. I like when I get surprised. All right, well, this is where we're putting our timber, by the way. This is the timber production here. Overlaps with another object. I don't think it does. Place item B free mode. Yeah, I want free mode, please. You do not overlap. Okay, we're going to go about there. Right? And we're going to start producing some timber while Gary's now got the ploughing situation sorted, I think. Good job, Gary. We've got another bit of kit to buy. Yes, I did this in the... Whoa, it's crows, the birds outside. I did this in the in our live series also. I went and bought this winch. It's $8,500. We're just going to buy it. And it's going to be brilliant for a couple of trees that we're going to fell and drag out here. So let's go and pick up some of our gear now that we've spent a lot of money on. So we're down to $54,000 in the bank, which is not... I don't like the bank account disappearing, but I always say it, we've got to spend money to make money. And potentially this John Deere... Well, it's handy having two tractors on the farm, right? Because I can get stuff done while Gary's getting stuff done, that's all. Eventually we'll have all the new Gucci, brand new stuff, which will be brilliant, but in the meantime, we're stuck with what we've got. All right, one thing to note, this is not a super quick tractor. I'm not going to worry about the lime stuff just yet. We'll get to that shortly. I might bring the other, I don't know, because I'll have Gary probably set off doing a lot of stuff today. I don't know how good this tractor is going to be with the winch system. It's only a small tractor, but we'll definitely give it the best shot we can with skull dragging some trees around the yard. I think we might have to go and check out this museum and just see what we're actually finding all these antiques for that go in the museum. I'm actually quite interested and intrigued by it. I didn't even know they had a museum here in Riverbend Springs, but yeah, I will eagerly await seeing that and potentially the construction site that we can help do a lot of construction with. Now, these trees along here, I want to clean up some of the trees. That tree, that big one right there, I'm going to take out some of these big ones. We can actually clear some space in this area, probably to put some more production stuff. So, I didn't buy a chainsaw. I should have bought that while I was at the shop. I bought this McCulloch in the live stream, so I think I'll go with the Husqvarna. Hopefully I don't need to pick it. Yeah, here we go. Brilliant. Ooh, that's a big whopper, that one, isn't it? Yeah, it's a whopper. It's a whopper. I want to clean out some of this shrub too. Can I cut you down or not? I can cut you down. You're not going to be worth much, but it will just mean that I can get... can I actually just pick you up and drag you out by hand? I can? Yeah, I can. Oh, is that only part of you? I'm just going to throw this over to here for the moment. Yeah, it's not really... It's not my land, but whatever. Was that it? Was that just a bit... Oh, no, here we go. There's another bit. If I just put it over here, I know where it sort of is. I'll just leave it there, and then I can pick it up later. We're going to go with this one first. So just clear up the entrance here. The entrance is just really untidy and messy, especially with this scrub. So I might have to... I don't know if we can use a mower or not to do it, but we might have to. All right, let's go ahead and cut this bad boy down, and then we'll skull drag it out. I'm actually going to fell it away from the road. This is a shagbark hickory, 16.3 meters. I wonder how many ton is going to be in this tree. Either way, doing this is going to help just fund the farm a little bit as well as clean up. It's 4 ton. It's actually got a fair bit of weight to it. What we're going to do, I'm going to hopefully this is going to be able to handle this size. The white tractor we used, which was the Challenger, it could handle it, but we'd also done the engine upgrade on that. All right, so let's reel in this tractor, please. I mean, this tree, which we can. Looks like it's doing all right. Except for the fact that that little tree there, it's actually winching our tractor back. Let's see if we can... No, we're going to have to cut this little tree here, which is problematic. Right. It was always going to be a bit... two. Problematic doing all this. All right. Yeah, let's cut you down, please. I could probably just throw these bits of scrap wood in the... get you guys attached somehow. Is there an attach point to you guys? Oh, look, I don't know if I can find it. Maybe I won't bother. Maybe we'll just come back and get that later. We should be able to pull this out now, though, because I've taken down that little shrubby tree. Come on, John Deere. You can do it, dear. Hopefully this is not going to be a busy road. I tell you what, 4 tons seems to be the limit. But it's doing well. It's doing really well. Gary's also doing well. I'm proud of you, Gary. I'm really proud of... He's really turned a leaf. Pardon the pun. But let's skull drag this down our little... I feel like this is our little private road, but it's not. It's actually the road to the wharf or to the ferry. Oh no, I've driven through here and it's probably made it worse because the ground's a little bit more boggy. Right, once we get this in place over here, I'm going to drag it right across the front of that saw pit and we can just start cutting it up into chunks. Although we'll see if it takes the whole tree. I doubt whether it'll take the whole tree, but it might go close, but we might also have to just cut it up into pieces to feed it into there. Oh, it took the whole thing. Wow, okay. So we can actually check now. We can get this thing up and running. Okay, so 4 ton is almost half inactive. Right, we're going to start storing all of this stuff. So activate that one. We're going to just activate them all. You probably get less money for the short planks, but we're just going to keep, and then we can just keep feeding it. Right. I'm going to do this a couple more, just get a couple of more trees. We could probably just cut one here, but I want to clean up that entrance, like I said, and then I can clean up those little branches in my own time. I'll probably do that. One of the things we are going to have to do today, we're probably going to, or not today, but coming down the track, we're going to have to get ourselves a flatbed trailer for transporting all of our planks and timber and stuff. I'm not going to go out and buy a truck straight away, but we're going to need a better trailer than that little box trailer that we do have. Right, if I just sort of cut you down the way you're angled, this is a nice big American elm. American elm. That's not how the song goes. All right, let's go into a little bit of a time-lapse mode now, because I'm going to be cutting 2 trees and transporting them, and then we'll meet back. All right, now I don't think this point's going to take all of this tree. I think it's pretty full up here at the moment, but what I will do is I'll get it somewhat around here just like that. We'll just release that. Oh, the poor John Deere. She's got we're going to have to do some maintenance on this at the end. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this up into some more smaller pieces, and it will just feed in as it needs it, I'm pretty sure. Can we also have that, please? Yeah. So we'll cut you off. Just cutting it into smaller chunks will help just keep feeding it. There you go. There's a bit there. It's actually at maximum wood right now, so I can hear everyone in from my chat usually going, that's what she said. Yeah, maximum wood. Yep, I'll say it again for you. It's always fun times on the stream. Right, I'll just get these cut into some smaller chunks. It'll just help also tidy up this area and just leave it less stuff all over the ground. Maybe I can cut this one. there. Let's go get the rest of this stuff, and then we'll get Gary, because Gary's almost finished, and I'll get him started on another field. And then by the time I finish these trees, I can get back, hopefully with the lime spreader, and we can start throwing some lime on that field and get that one transplanted with the grass now, and start getting some grass grown in that field. All right, this one's at 1.5 ton, so it's a little bit more manageable. The good thing is we've got a good bit of space just up the back here too. I can just start laying these bits of trees and stuff out, ready to go, ready to feed in. We're also going to have to get some kind of front loader as well, so we can put all of our products into our trailer at some point. So maybe some kind of front loader attacher might have to go. I don't know if this John Deere can have one or not, but yeah. Just leave that there. I can drag the next one down. Okay, this one is still 4.6 tons in this. So I'm going to trim this up, and I'm just going to take it. And I think that's enough. You guys don't need to see any more of this. So I'll just trim this up, get it moved. Gary's almost finished that field, so I'm going to get Gary moved along as well. So what are you now? You're at 2.6 tons, probably a little more manageable. Yeah, just trim that branch off too. I'm just going to back this log up in here, so I'm just going to lower that and just scoop it on back if I can, just to clear the path a little bit. This middle field here that I'm looking at right now, I was potentially thinking of turning that into a rice field. However, if we look at the productions list, rice is not, no, this one here. Rice is plantable in April. We're a long way off that. So we either keep following the cycle, or I get the field ready to go and we just miss a season. Eventually I'm gonna have to miss a season to put rice in. So whether or not I do that straight away, I don't know. I think though I'll get Gary set off on the next couple of fields, and potentially I'll just get them done in order, hey, shall I? And then we can keep going. All right, Gary's done a good job though here, so we'll get him going with the next one. Thanks, Gary. So this one's set to auto. It's auto. It does a lot of headlands. Whereas if it just did more up and backs, less headlands, it'd probably be quicker. Can you set it to not? All right. Okay. Just do it. See how you go, buddy. We'll see how he gets on with that one. After I skull drag these trees, we can get to doing our work on this field. And you know what? Actually, that's probably enough. If I need to get the more trees, I'll do it later. It's a good start. So I'm going to leave this down here in the forest. Look at me doing track work in the new field. Hopefully I think the John Deere should be able to run the limer. I hope so. I'm just going to actually drop this here ready for moving these trees when I need to. So I'm just going to put you there, and we'll go off and pick up the lime spreader. Oh, driving all over all the branches and stuff. It is much clearer through here. I will clear it out. Probably make a nicer entrance as well. It might just start to make the farm look a bit better. It just, obviously Grandad, just, you know, in his age, was just letting the farm go a little bit and slowing down, like he said. And obviously our dad must be a bit of a Scrooge, and he's in town as the businessman, and it's in our blood to take over the farm and carry on the legacy, the Walt Ham legacy. I wonder how our chatty friend Katie is doing today. Right, I'm going to be picking up the lime first. I better check the horsepower rating on this thing to see exactly what it can handle. Let's have a look at just our vehicles here. We've got this here, which takes... Doesn't actually tell me. Maybe under here it will. If I go to the spreader section again. Hands up, spread them. Fertilizer, this one here. Doesn't actually say what it takes to power this thing. I find that odd. I tell you what, we maybe should have got the extension. Let's look at some contracts as well, just to see if there's any liming contracts around, or like but there's fertilizing contracts, hoeing, mowing, rock removal, spraying, stone picking, tedding, weeding, transporting. Not seeing any baling, dead wood, fertilizer. That dead wood contract, we could probably utilize that. That's not too far from our home, is it? No, dead wood, this one here. Actually, it's on the... Is that right where our home is? There's lots of contracts we can do. If there was a liming one, I'd probably take on a liming contract, because we're going to have more than enough lime. In fact, we're going to have a bag here that we probably can't even take. Or is it just going to be... No. Yeah, we're full. Okay, we're full, kids. Oh, there's a car flying down here. I can see the money still ticking down, so I assume Gary still must be working, so that's a good thing. But we're about to see how well he's doing, left to his own devices, as we pull in now. Oh, who's left all these trees all over the road? Right, let's unpack you now. So I'm thinking this should actually work quite well. Ah, he's doing it. You're doing it, Gary. All right, we can't see a thing. Trees. And we'll get this place sprayed up. Okay, it is struggling a little bit, but that might be more of the soil than anything that we're struggling with, and a little bit of the fact that we have to turn this thing as we go. Yeah, look at it go. Come on, John Deere. It's probably not the best tractor because we're probably wasting a lot of lime doing this. Oh, jeez, we are burning through the lime too. It's probably not the best tractor for this, but yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, field's all limed up. Let's get this thing put over here. Oh, there's a little patch I'll get on the way back. And then I think that seeder, for memory, has the ability to take fertilizer. We'll have to have a look at that when we get over to it. Come on, little fella. I think we definitely will use the Challenger for liming from now on. Yeah, the poor little Massey. The poor little John Deere just struggles a little bit with it. Right, let's get in here. Let's check how much horses you need for the seeder. I'm pretty sure that we can do it. So where are we? We are... Here we go. The Great Plains. Yes, it does. Okay. So maybe it's worth... I'll have to drive this to the shop and put the fertilizer in it. And that way we can get at least one level of fertilizer in the ground as well. Right, we're just here at the shop. I have to unload this. I'm just going to unload the seed there. Because we're going to have to actually upgrade the seeder to be able to take fertilizer as well. And I think that's going to be a handy upgrade to do. I'll just separate these two. I'm also going to just see while we're here if the John Deere can... I don't think it can have an upgrade. I haven't even looked at it yet. Let's... Ooh, we don't need to paint it. Let's repair it for 147. Let's now customize that. We're going to put the fertilizer distribution unit on it. which gives us a nice little extension. And we're going to leave it at that. That's going to cost us a total of 5,000. Customize that. Worth it, I think, too. Just doing the two at the same time makes sense. And then wheel attaches 3-point front loader attacher. I think we go ahead and we do this now. Yeah, let's go with the quickie. I'm going to do this now and may as well buy it while I'm here because we're going to need to do it when we actually have timber and stuff to sell and buy. And plus, it's just going to be handy for the farm. So, yeah, we'll put the quickie on it, customize that. Okay, I'll do a repair on this as well because you may as well just repair everything while we're here. The paint I'm less worried about. Let's also go ahead and buy that front loader with the pallet tines. Soil cultivation trailers, loaders here. Front loader category, we got the quickie. I want to go the 4QM with this little thing, I think. Yes, I think we do want to go that. The 4. Yeah, we've only got a small tractor, so we'll go with the 4. And then you've got combinations. I want to get just that. The pallet forks, thanks, so buy that. Okay, and that's going to be handy. We might be able to also, while we're here, take back our maybe some of the bags as well as we go. We'll have to see. Maybe I should purchase some more seed also, just so we've got it. We're going to need more seed. We'll fill you up. I'll go ahead and buy some more seed while we do that. I just wanted to bring you back. I've had to put the seeder on the back because lifting these 2 bags of seed and lime have tipped the poor little John Deere here, but I wanted to see if we can load this on here. This could end up being disastrous, but it could also end up being genius. We do have the seeder on the back as a counterweight, so yeah, let's just see how we go here. Line that up. Drive them in, drive them in, drive them in. I did take some fertilizer out of it already. It is in the back. Spread that out a bit. Come on. Oh, we're lifting. Nah, it can't do it. It can't do it. We have to leave some fertilizer here. Okay, I'll take back the other 2 bags at least. But we've got some fertilizer with us and we've got some spare seed. And yeah, I thought it might have been too much. Right, it looks like Gary's almost finished doing this next field as well. So I'm just going to put these bags here. Just for the moment. All right, drive that out. Ham, do you want to do more than one thing at once? I've struggled to do more than one thing at once. Okay, so doing the tines and I'm just going to bring the forks up like that. Safety reasons. Yeah, so I might just have to help Gary finish off a couple of things. So what I'm going to do here is I'll be doing this field and just partway through, we'll have to just stop and help Gary just probably fix up the patch that he missed and get him set off onto the next field and then the next field. We won't get them all done today, but I am going to do this. I'm going to use my steering assist. Give me 2 headlands, show the lines. Okay, and we're going to go H, I'm going to go B, I'm going to go lower, and we're going to go planting. All right. Now I will break into time-lapse mode to do this, but this is wonderful. This is now getting our field from absolute, like, chaos. Not chaos, just not prepped to full prepped and done. Probably will need one more layer of fertilizer. After it germinates, we can do that. We can throw that on the deck. But at least now we're off and running and we're good to go. Gary's just finished. So while Gary does that, while I go and I just finish this little strip here. Looks like this handles it pretty well though, not gonna lie. I'll just quickly do this strip and I'll get Gary set off on the next thing and we'll get into a time lapse. Okay. Look at us go. Have a look at the tires, how filthy they are and how chunked up full of mud they are. If I just sort of slow down here. Oh, they're actually not chunked up too much with dirt, are they? Oh, they've got a bit of mud in them. So you do lose a bit of traction when your tires start to clog up a little bit. But for the most part, the little John Deere's been holding its own through this field. I decided to switch the GPS. I switched it off. I just didn't agree with the angle it was going. I didn't think it was the quickest way to do the field. I just wanted to do straight up and backs, which to me seemed a lot quicker. It's raining outside. It's been raining at mine all the day so far. Okay, so looks like we are just about finished. There's a little patch just there. I don't know if it got it or not. I'm just going to drive back and just get it because this is a grass field, so we want to make sure it's all covered very nicely. The other thing I will say is look how lumpy the ground. I don't know if it shows up on the screen here, but the ground is super lumpy. It looks flat, but you can see like on that angle with the sunlight, you can see how lumpy it is. Definitely needs a roll. We don't own a roller. So it ain't rolling. But we are ready to go on and get the next fields prepped in the next episode. Let's head over and check how Gaz is doing here. Yeah, he's back to his usual Gary antics. Half job Gary, we like to call him. It appears the AI does still struggle a little bit, especially with ploughing implements like this. What are you doing, Gary? Ladies and gentlemen, anyway, thank you for joining me today. Progress is underway. We've now got 2 productions going. We've got the oil and we've got timber production. So they're going to help fund our farm here and there. We also might look around town to see if there's some contracts we are going to have to do. Just nothing too big, just something quick and simple just to help us out and make a bit of splash for cash here and there. Go and help Katie, David, or Noah, is it? Or anyone else we might be able to help around town. All right, team, please stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen for plenty more action. We'll be back with episode 3 to finish off our fields. We need to get that big field ploughed up as well. And then our periodic ploughing is done for the time being. Who knows, maybe I'll turn periodic ploughing off for a little bit after these ones. But I don't mind leaving it on. It adds a touch of realism. It just keeps Gary occupied too. It keeps him out of the pub and on the fields. All right. Get out of here.